So I didn't announce that Kendrick and I we're skipping last week. I actually thought I did. So sorry, guys. Sorry, but Kendrick was traveling.
But we're here now.
Kendrick was, and then I was like, you know what? I need a break too. Let's just take the week off. And it ended up working out because they didn't even have an episode this past Sunday anyway. So now we only have one to do anyway. So I'm sorry about that. I normally am much more organized and on top of it and like panicked when I don't get the episodes out for you guys. But I did announce it on my Jersey. I announced it on every other episode. So it's not like,
oh, there you go.
I did. I announced it on every other episode I did. Before we get into Family Karma though, Kendrick and I have to talk about the episode of The Last of Us that came out. It came out on Friday.
Yes.
So they didn't compete with the Super Bowl. So I'm going to put a timestamp in the episode description. So if you did not get to watch it, you can skip right to the Family Karma part so that you don't have any spoilers because you don't want, if you missed it, you do not want a spoiler. It's so good. You don't want an ounce of spoilers. It's such a good episode. So, okay.
I keep changing my mind about what's the best episode of the season. Like, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Here at She Speaks Bravo, we believe that Bravo TV is a great form of self-care and therapy. Look at me. I've been using it for over a decade, and I am a complete mess. That's me, by the way. I'm Emily, and I'm your host on this journey.
What is this, honey?
I love that.
If you're not already subscribed, get subscribed and hit that notification bell because I'm releasing new episodes at least 3 times a week.
You fool.
That's my opinion!
I talk Bravo, I talk true crime, and sometimes I talk a little scripted. So whatever you're here for, I hope you enjoy the show. Okay. I kind of knew in my heart of hearts that they introduced us to the cutest kid in the world just to break our hearts in the end. I knew it in my soul, but I didn't want to admit it to myself because I'm like, it's The Last of Us is in the title. Like, I get it. Like, he's not going to make it, but he was such a perfect casting choice. He's so adorable. The actor who played his brother, Henry, was so good.
Oh my God.
I didn't look up his IMDb or anything, but that is he's clearly worked enough or has been in enough acting classes where I could tell he knew how to hit a mark. He knew how to hit a beat. He knew where the camera was. Like, he was seasoned.
Yes. I know his face.
Right? Me too. But I don't know from what. I didn't look it up. Could have looked it up. Didn't.
Right. I just know he's good. He's good as hell. And I think from what I've seen, because I never dive into stuff before the episodes. I always wait until after and then dive into stuff about that specific episode because I don't want to ruin. I don't play the game. I don't want to ruin anything. But I love that they made the conscious choice to like hit like gut punch us as much as they can because the character in the game is not deaf. And so they made him deaf so that he relies on his brother a lot more. And it's like, oh.
Now, you know what I haven't asked you? Did you play the game? So were you familiar with the game at all?
I'm familiar. So like college, hanging out, people, all these games are, like Call of Duty, like all that stuff is like love. But that was not my judge. I used to like to watch people play. I didn't want to actually play. And this was like retro Nintendo, like that was my thing. Like everything.
Yeah,
else,
me too.
I'm okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
I would fuck you up in Mario. I could tell you that
exactly.
Right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'm like, no.
Okay, so I don't know anything about the game at all. Is this the first time we've had a game adapted into any sort of show or movie?
It might be the first time they've done it successfully, because there's been like it's called like the game curse, like the
like Lara Croft. What am I saying? Duh.
Tomb Raider,
Tomb Raider.
But there's been like that. They did Halo recently, but like stuff just does not live up to because they've done like Mortal Kombat and like all this kind of stuff. So
this is different. This is like.
This
because
is HBO.
I think what I'm thinking in my head is like when you say Mortal Kombat, I'm like, oh yeah, duh. But I guess with that in my head, with video games, when they told such an amazing story, because that is such a true genre of writing, they took a story and they went, we'll adapt it into, it's a little different. It's not like Lara Croft was like, we took basically the script of Lara Croft. They took a character and they kind of adapted it that way.
Right.
What's really cool about this episode is you can tell it absolutely was a game. And you could see like, oh, this was like that level that they got to, where like you could like imagine, because I always have to picture a video game like Mario, because I can't, my brain doesn't think like these Call of Duty type games. It's too complicated.
Right.
It's just outside of my, I don't know how the controls work, so I can't understand
it's a lot. There are triggers and like joysticks and it's so much. Yeah.
So like in my head, I'm like, oh, this was like the part where like in Mario, when you got to like that certain level where you couldn't get past like the swirly fire sticks and you had to know like which way to go. Like this was like the really challenging level, you know, because it was like not only did they have to get past like the guy shooting at them from the house and then the people coming after them, but then like all the fucking infected come out of the ground, and the way he has to like sharpshoot all the infected so that he can save her. I was like, this is such a cool video game now.
Yes.
It became, I'm like, oh, now they're really incorporating the video game element into it in a very cool, scary, emotional way, but still like I could then see that, oh, this was a video game. Like you can tell this was the game part of it.
I like when I text you, I told you, I was like, this episode was so good because it literally had a little something for everyone in this episode.
Yeah.
You had the emotional aspect of it. You had the like ridiculously jam-packed action part of it. Like there was something for, you had the character development of it all, because now Joel and Ellie's relationship is so like it was all just it was so good. It
was so good. When he went, okay, so this was like a little sexy moment too, because like when they wake up with the guns on them and he's laying down, I was like, ooh, yeah, he's laying down all right. Like you don't get enough sexiness, but the way he was like, the shot of him laying down, I'm like, I'll take anything I can extract out of this, because there's just nothing. There's no sex scenes coming, is there? Fine, I'll take this moment. Him laying down, I'm like, ooh, yeah, lay down next to him. I don't know.
That's the only thing this needs. I'm like, I know there's a really young main character, but I'm like, man, that's the only thing this needs. Is just
like let's just throw someone in there. Damn
just
it,
to walk by or something. Like, just give us something. Like,
dude, wait, his SNL episode, okay,
the best of the season.
I'm not kidding, because I really don't think SNL's been, the writing hasn't been great. Like the sketches just haven't been what they used to be. But his, like, and I'm giving it up to the writers too. Like they wrote good sketches and he performed them really well. But like, legit, really, really good.
This cast of SNL this year is really good too, and I think they must have done a lot of shuffling in the writer's room, because you can tell like this season, the songs, like the little digital shorts, like everything has been just like a step above what it normally is. But I feel like his episode was like the pinnacle, because every single sketch was funny as hell. Like I've watched that Lisa from Temecula sketch probably 30 times now. That was so funny to me, like, because I make the joke every time I'm out with my family, because I'm the only one. I'm like, oh, I want my steak medium. I don't eat it anymore, y'all know that. But I'm like, I want my steak medium, and everyone else is like, oh, well done, please, well done. I'm like, okay. I'm like, don't shake my drink off the table when you're cutting it. And so like for them to make a joke about that cracked me up so bad, because you could tell. I don't know if they hadn't done it like in dress rehearsal, if they were like saving it to like for the live show, but like you could tell everyone was so caught off guard when it started moving. It perfect, just good.
I love the one where he wakes up and he talks like an LA girl.
Yes,
and I love the when they did like the adaptation of Mario.
Oh,
like when they did the short, it was so well done.
It was so good.
It was a Mario Kart.
You can like tell. I feel like you can kind of tell now when the episode is going to be particularly good, because I feel like certain people, they write just like a heightened level of something and like that whole episode from start to finish, it was just like, this is so, like some of it is so dumb, but some of it is just so good that it works perfectly together.
And it's like they knew they could play with him, so they had to have like I swear it wasn't just a coincidence that because he was there it was funny. Like he had to have influenced it in some way.
Yep.
But anyway, so the episode of The Last of Us, like you got to have this cute connection of her being like maternal and caring and loving, because her character she's doing such a great job as an actress. Like, this girl is just blowing me away with her levels of emotion and her reactions. And film acting's very hard. Yes. Film acting is super hard. The takes are really short a lot of the time. Like, it's like action and it's her reacting to him shooting himself in the head at the end. But I believe that she really saw that. But it was so sweet that she thought she could just rub her blood on his wound. And I'm such a sucker. I'm like, that worked, right? I'm like,
right.
I'm so dumb. And I'm like, that's it, right? I don't know how this works.
It wasn't until they showed him like actually sitting on the bed. I was like, oh no.
I know. It's like, I don't think it's going to work. Oh. Yeah, I know. But, God, the way that scene played out, the choreography of it was so good because it was so hectic and chaotic. And then he did shoot him and you're like, oh no, you did. I'm so sorry. You can't take it back. He's gone. And you had to shoot him though. He was gone already. Oh no. And then, and then when he shoots himself, you're like, I get that. Yeah, no, I get that. I get why you did that. Yeah, that's because that's all you did everything for.
That's been his whole life.
His whole life.
Jeez.
It was, and then, and just the character too. What was her name? What was the character's name? The bad guy? Well, that would be debatable, I guess.
What is her name?
I know I can't remember the character's
name.
2.5
Men. Yeah,
but that character's
Yellow Jacket. Yeah,
yeah, that character's name. But when it's basically doing the same thing that Henry was doing. He sacrificed one person to save another, and then she's saying you can't sacrifice one person. For the world doesn't revolve around one person. I'm like, well, that's literally what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because your brother. And now you're out to get this one person. So it was so good and scary again. And those scenes of action are so like you don't breathe the whole time. How scary was it when they went into the tunnel? Oh my God.
Oh God.
And then they were like stopping in the little kid area. I'm like, if you don't get out of this fucking tunnel, I'm going to lose my mind. Get out of this tunnel.
I know y'all want to give them like some normalcy and like that kind of stuff, but I'm like, my heart can't take this. Like, we've got to go. Get to the next point. Get to the next point. Like, okay, get out of here.
They're all touching the stuff. I'm like, cute. This is cute. I don't, And then they're like bouncing balls. I'm like, they can hear you. They can hear you bouncing the balls. Can you shut up? Oh my God. Much. Oh yeah. So wonderful episode.
Yes.
Cried for sure at the end, but yeah, loved it. And how many episodes are we getting? 6?
I don't know. I was assuming 8. 8 seems to be like good. HBO's sweet spot. I'll
like
look
8.
right quick while you're talking.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I like 8. 8 feels good. You need to watch Succession, sir.
I promise you, I'm starting. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be caught up. When does it start? March.
Oh, I thought it was April, but if it's March, that is coming
April.
up, sir.
Okay, I can get through it. I can get. My binging
I know
skills
you can.
are.
I know.
You know me.
9. We're equal. 9.
They're saying 9. Okay, so I'm. Now, hopefully they're not lying to us, but they're saying 9.
Oh, that's great. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, that'll be good. That'll be good.
All right. Anything else about that before we go into Family Karma?
Watch it. If you're not watching it, watch it. It's so good. Yeah. Now you have 5 amazing episodes to watch. Yeah. Like, watch it.
And if you haven't, okay, so I'll put the timestamp. Well, the timestamp will be starting now for Family Karma. So if you did not listen to The Last of Us, little recap, and you are not watching Last of Us, hear it from me, who was not going to watch it until Kendrick bullied me into it. It is really worth it, and it's even better now because you have more to binge, because it definitely ends on cliffhangers, and so and nothing's worse than when you're like, I have to wait a week. You have 5 whole episodes now, so it's perfect to binge.
You know, the apocalyptic sci-fi kind of that stuff might not, it really isn't for everyone, but there's so much more to it.
It's not my genre either, which is why it's like, I don't want to watch it, but it's more than that. It's fun. It's depth. It's character development. It's just a good show. So trust and believe you'll like it. It's a departure from all like other things that we normally watch. So it's good. It's fun. Anyway, real quick. I said we weren't going to talk about you, but
okay.
What would you rate out of 10 the first part of season 4, You.
You want my honest opinion?
Yep, I do.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
Yep. I had a feeling you didn't. I could tell you didn't like it.
It was. I normally, because I look forward to You every single season.
Yep.
I don't know what it was about. I don't even know if it was just like the turn that it took, because it's more so like, well, I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't seen it. So spoiler alert, spoiler. But like, I don't know if what it was about it, but I just found myself like constantly getting distracted. I'm like, this is not holding my attention. I genuinely don't know what was missing for me though, because I don't know if it was I'm used to him being the predator aspect of it, and then like, because I love the bones they threw in there of love, because love was his karma, and I love that whole thing. So like I don't know. It was missing something for me, but I'm willing to watch this next half whenever it drops. Okay, that's the thing too. I feel like splitting it up was a bad choice. They should have just given us all these episodes.
I agree. Don't do that to me. That's what they did with Ozark, and I didn't even watch the second half.
Ooh.
I was like, I'm fucking over it. I was like, I'm like, someone just tell me what happened.
I was so pissed off with the way Ozark ended too.
That's what I heard from a bunch of people, and I was one of the few people who like. This is a real hot take about Ozark. I'm gonna get hate for this.
I know what you're gonna say. Oh dear.
I was like, Ozark is not that good.
Oh, okay.
Ozark is not that good. And what's her name? Ruth,
yeah, I knew you were gonna say it.
Is like such an over actor.
And
I'm like, I'm not her hugest fan.
Yeah.
So like, and like, then she was also in that Anna Delvey movie. She did that. And I was like, she's horrible. So like, I'm this person that's like not on the train. Like, I think Ozark, what makes me annoyed with Ozark is that they don't ever get on the same fucking page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just be criminals. Everyone's like constantly presenting an obstacle. I'm like, God, do you all hate each other? And then I'm like, who am I supposed to like? You're all very unlikable.
That's true.
I'm
That's
like,
very
so
true.
whose
Because
side
Marty becomes unlikable to me. Wendy at points becomes unlikable, and I'm like, y'all are,
You're all real annoying. Like, I'm like, so I don't know who I'm supposed to root for, because no one is an enjoyable person. And so Ruth, you're like, I kind of root for her because she's the only one kind of cool. But even she became, because that's the thing. Towards the end of a show, everyone becomes cartoonish.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how she became. And I was like, oh my God, the show.
True. Yeah.
So when they broke it up, I was like, I don't even care. Someone just tell me what the ending was.
Yeah.
Break it down for me. So yeah, with you, don't ever do a 2-parter like this.
Yeah.
Pisses me off. So
especially if you're just going to do it a month apart. Like, what's the point? Like, what?
Just do it.
Talk to me about what the benefit was of doing that, because I don't understand it.
What's so big that you're about to do in the second part?
Exactly.
So I would give it
okay
a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Here's what I liked about it.
I'm gonna say 5.5. By the way, a 5 feels really harsh to me, but I don't know if I want to go to a 6.
I like when you're harsh. I like because you're always so nice.
I am. I try to be nice to everything, and it's just
no. I like it. You get harsh. I like it. No, I give it a 7 because I get nerdy about when they can take a structure and clue us in on what they're doing. Like, I like when they're like, here's how we're structuring this. They're showing us that this is how we're going to do it. We're making it like a murder mystery, kind of a thing. That's what they're doing, right? So I liked that. I am also very aware that Penn Badgley requested not to have so many love scenes. And I can tell they adjusted a lot for that.
I think that because I saw that clip you posted and I reposted it, and I was like, I think this might be one of the reasons.
And that's kind of what I felt. Like, I was like, oh, it's like, did they change this whole show for that? And
you know what it reminds me of? It's like Bridgerton season 2. Like, I love the story. It was great, but it's like, where's the getting gangbanged on the stairs?
I stopped watching that. I was like, I'm only here for the sex scene. So
exactly.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was watching it going, okay, so did you guys change this into almost like a it felt like Glass Onion, kind of, or Knives Out. Like, it felt like a totally different show. Mm-hmm. So I respect that they restructured the writing and gave us that clue in. Mm-hmm. But this is the last season they're doing, right?
Why do I feel like that too? I think
this feels like this is a goodbye.
Goodness.
But then, okay, so here's my biggest complaint, and I'm gonna give it a 6.5 for this, actually, because I'm more mad about it because of this. when the guy is revealed, like the murderer, he didn't need to push that accent so damn much. Okay, the director needed to can take it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't talking like that before, but now he's in his murdery voice. So he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Jesus, dude. And I've been watching, as my background work show is Geordie Shore, which is
yeah.
The Brits do reality television so much better than Americans. Love Island UK, it's like they do the best. So I've been hearing,
which I'm obsessed with this season, by the way, just so everyone knows. Y'all know I love me some Love Island.
I actually think I need to watch this season because my sister's been saying the same thing and you're saying the same thing. So, but anyway, so like I've been hearing nothing but the Geordie Shore accent. Geordie accent's kind of like
it's aggressive.
It's like a Jersey accent. Like it's like if people came to America and thought that we all talked like the Jersey accent. It's like, no, we don't. So it's like, so I've heard a very thick, specific accent, but like his was just a cartoon.
It was, yeah.
I was like, what is that?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is a little silly. Like it became over the top and it became so like, the show's always kind of pushed with the whole with the narrating and all that stuff. It's always had that element to it, but that was distracting.
And can I say too, absolutely agree with that. The narrating felt more like you can I don't know. Normally you can kind of it really feels like Joe's writing, but you can just tell like whoever was writing, it was like quip after quip after quip, and it was like, this does not feel like that character. It's just it just
felt
didn't
like
land
a big
for me.
departure.
Yes, and then the other thing that I hated, since we're talking about those characters, the all of the snotty like highfalutin characters that were at like the manor or whatever for this getaway, they were some of the most unbelievable people that I've ever seen on screen. It's just like, oh, he's the murderer. Yeah, right. You all like this. I'm like, what is actually happening right now? Like, I don't. The second half is really going to have to convince me because...
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. I wonder if maybe that clip of him saying he asked for less love scenes clouded my watching. Because I was like, did they do this just so that he didn't have to do love scenes? Because it kind of felt like that.
Probably. And if that's the case...
Sorry, bro.
I was about to say, I hate to even say this, but like maybe look for a new lead actor because if you built the show around
love, like well, that's the thing. He's so obsessed with love, like that's what creates this monster. Mm-hmm. Like
it's weird.
So okay, all right. Sorry, I said we wouldn't talk about it, but here we go. Okay, Family Karma.
Okay.
Family Karma. Okay, cool. Groomzilla. That's, we'll get there. We'll get there. Lavina and Suresh they are bankrolling the wedding. They are paying for the wedding, which is always tricky. Always tricky because, they're paying for it. So they go over to Amrit's parents' house and you can feel Nicholas's tension when he's like, okay, we're going to make these welcome bags. These are the ribbons. You want to put the letter side up. And his face when his dad's like trying to do it, he's like this. He's like, no, not like that. Nope, not.
You can tell it was an exercise he wanted to do just himself, but Amrit was probably like, let's get the family involved. We can shoot a scene and do like this. And he's like, God damn it. Like, oh, fine. Get the goddamn bags and get the ribbons and let's go.
At one point, they're like, the ribbons are out. He's like, the ribbons are out?
Yes.
We've done 10. We need to do 100. But this is where I finally do see the passive-aggressive stuff that Amrit's been saying about Lavina, because she does keep bringing up, is it Gari? I think I'm saying it right, but it's right? or it's
Where the
Gary. I think
parents
it's
are-
Gary. Yeah, where it's the traditionally they do for the parents, where the son's parents meet the daughter's parents, and so in Nicholas's confessional, this is like this confessional that they keep cutting to is like his breakdown confessional. Because he's like, to hear his mom complain is a difficult pill to swallow. And I kind of want to like go back through and like just cut together this confessional, because you see like he is breaking down. Like he's not, and it is a lot. This guy's doing a great job of keeping it together, considering we find out his sister's not going. His parents won't walk him down the aisle. His parents are barely showing up.
Right.
It's not easy for him to deal with this, and to be constantly reminded. You know, Lavina's like, if Nani were here, she would want to do it. But I guess that's okay that we're not doing it. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Finally, I see what Amrit's been saying about the little passive aggressive shit that you do.
Yep. It was palpable. I feel like it's so reflective of real life too, because I feel like we're at that stage in the wedding planning and the wedding like activities where everyone is so over this shit.
Yes.
Like, everyone is just like ready to like finally like, okay, let's get you the fuck down the aisle so we can go on with our lives. Cause now I'm like, I was so happy to like give you away, but like now I hate everything about this. So let's go. Hurry the fuck up. Let's do this.
Yep. And the closer you get to it, the more like tense everyone's going to be there. So like everyone starts to get anxiety at like a normal party. Everyone starts to get a little tense. Like people are going to be coming in.
Right.
Like, so tension
Do I
is
have enough
literally.
Doritos?
Exactly. 2023 is all about having the confidence of a housewife. As Lisa Barlow says, I don't care if you like me. I love myself enough for the both of us. So feel good, do good, be good to yourself with Kitsch. Kitsch makes feeling good simple with luxurious, game-changing essentials that beauty enthusiasts swear by. It doesn't matter what your budget is, what your skin type is, what your hair type is. Kitsch believes that you deserve little indulgences at affordable prices morning, noon, and night. Kitsch is badass too. They started in 2010 by selling hair ties door to door. They just hustled. Now they are sold in over 20,000 retail locations. They are self-funded and female-founded. Okay, boss queens. Their best sellers are their satin pillowcases, which I have been using for years. They have satin caps and eye masks, and satin is vegan and cruelty-free. So great for your hair and skin while you sleep. Shampoo and conditioner bars, which I've never even thought of bottle-free beauty, but hello, environment. Heatless satin curling rollers. Say goodbye to heat damage. There are TikTok videos of people throwing away their $600 curlers for this. The amazing thing is, they're only a fraction of the price, $18. Kitsch also has the classic quick dry hair towels and hair ties and scrunchies and so much more. I think I own all of their hair ties, all of their scrunchies, and 4 of their satin pillowcases. I love Kitsch. Right now, Kitsch is offering you 30% off your entire order at mykitsch.com/she-speaks. That's right. 30% off anything and everything at mykitsch, spelled mykitsch.com/she-speaks. One more time, mykitsch.com/she-speaks for 30% off your entire order. But now let's go over to Monica's house. Because her dad fucking read her down.
Thank God. Somebody needed to.
Okay, because... So she talks, she's like, did I tell you about the date that Richie set up? And he's like, it sounds like a proposal, but there was no proposal, right? She goes, no. But then, okay. But then he's like, are you guys even on the same page? Monica tries to flip it. She goes, I'm a strong woman and I don't need anyone to give me that. Okay, we're not, no. It has nothing to do with being a strong, like, you can't pull that card now.
Nope.
Okay, this is what you want, and this is what he's been saying he's going to give to you, and he's not giving it to you. A strong woman says, fuck you, dude, I'm out. Mm-hmm. When Raj puts it this way, though, he goes, I just hope, is he shopping around? Like, is he looking for someone else? I realized that's essentially what a man is doing when they say they don't want, when they're not ready to get married yet. Like he keeps going, I'm 30, whatever, I'm young, I'm not ready to get married. I'm like, well, that is exactly then what you're doing. Because if you're not ready to get married now, are you then out there looking to see if there's another better option? That's what it is, right?
That's the absolute risk that you're running all the time when you stay with these guys that say that they don't want to get married to you, and oh, it'll happen one day, and oh, you know, it's this, and oh no, it's that, and all that. Listen, that's the risk you run, and Monica would not have gotten that upset in that scene if she didn't know it either.
Right? And because she starts crying. My notes have Monica cries, ha 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 ha.
God, I even Monica got no sympathy from either of us this episode. I text you immediately. I was like, I cannot wait to talk about family karma, because I finally watched the episode and I was like, are we like, is this for real? Like, is this a real conversation? Your dad, you're crying because someone is like telling you, okay, hey, all the stuff that you've been saying, I'm now saying, and for some reason you want to cry about it. Do you not think that it's time for a change, or like, where are we going here?
Raj is like, he's saying all the things we're saying in the audience. Thank God. But I really thought that like Monica was acting like this because Raj is so traditional, and Raj was I kind of thought that Raj was sort of the reason why she was acting like this, but Raj is like, he goes, so he's in Vegas for a wedding, okay? He's going without you. Is she gonna be there? And I forgot who they were talking about, but Nirja, who I'm glad is he's like, she is my mortal enemy. Like, he's like, if I ever saw that bitch, I fucking he hates her like Richie should. But he's pissed because he's like, why are they protecting her and not you? And
you know the reason why they don't hate Nirja? Because maybe she's telling the truth and they all know it.
And that's exactly what he says in his confessional. He's like, so here's my question. So is she saying something that they all know to be true, and that's why they're not mad at her? Because that's exactly what it is. Okay, because that's what it is.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
And he's like, Raj is saying he's like, you should be put up on a pedestal and worshipped, because to have a daughter-in-law like you, and she's like crying again. He's like, I'm just saying. He's like, I'm just fucking saying. Okay.
Exactly.
He's giving her everything she needs to hear. Like, thank God.
What's even scarier about this is that, we, the audience, is saying this, but like, it's stuff that she keeps voicing, like, as her, like, the things that she's scared about in life. She's like, I don't want to be the one that, like, you know, hangs on to a guy forever and then he doesn't want to propose and all like this. Like, I don't want to waste my time and all like this. And now your own father has held a mirror up to you, and all of a sudden, oh my God, no, why would you say that? What do you mean, why would I say that? What? I can't with Monica. I can't with Monica. Let me know if they get married. At this point, I can't. I can't care more than you do.
Know if they get married.
Just let me know. That's my rule about everything in life. I can't care more than you do, because if I get to that point, then I'm out. Tapping out. Sorry.
That's the problem. That's where we're at. Like, we're just watching. Okay, we're moving on, because you know, we're moving the fuck on.
For the best. Yeah.
Let's go to Bali. Okay, Bali is being truly annoying, though. Like, her mom is on a phone call.
You know what it is? When you get to a certain, I'll even say, like, when you enter your 30s, at some point, you and your parents are both like fully fledged adults. Like, some of the people on here are like still pretending to be adults, but like, they're like, Bali's a fully formed adult. And so it's at that point where it's like, okay, we both have our ways, we both have our standards. Like, neither one of us is about to crack. Like, at this point, it's like, who's going to break and bend first? And neither one of them is going to be the one to do it.
Exactly. She's on the phone with the customer. Bali's she calls everyone sweetie. I'm like, that is her right.
Right.
This is her company. She's like holding up an outfit. She's like, how do you like this outfit? I'm like, she is on the phone. Okay. Getting so upset about it.
I know. That's absolutely something I would do to my mom,
You
too.
would.
I'm like, this sweater,
I could
you
tell.
like this one?
I know you would, Kendrick. You 100%.
Be on the call of her life. I'm like, do you like this one? Is this one okay? She's like, get the fuck out of
she's
here.
like making motions. Like, get out. And you're like, so no, not this one.
Right. Like, I'll be back. Hold on. I got another one. Hold on.
The purple. Let me get the purple.
Right.
But the version
Oh my
was
God.
like, so Bali, it's time to go. She's like, it's time for you to go to Louisville. She's like, okay.
Whoops. She didn't just put her out of the house. She put her out of the state. So it's like, you've got to go.
She's like, she's presenting it really cute. She's like, it's time that you and O'Malley live together.
Whoops.
Because you love each other. But just get out of my house.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of my house.
I have a proposition for, I don't know how close like they are or whatever, but who lives in who lives in Lopa's apartment when she's not in Miami? Because she spends most of her time in Memphis, right?
Great question. Sublease. She should sublease. She should totally sublease from there we go. Look at you with solutions.
Bloop.
Lopa is missing out on some great income.
Bring it in, sister.
You know what? Maybe she actually is. Maybe she does do that. Maybe she Airbnbs
Oh, maybe.
it.
Oh. And then when
might.
she's not there, she just blocks off the calendar. Okay.
She might do that actually.
Okay.
That might be better for her because then she can come and visit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Lopa's a businesswoman, I feel. Lopa knows. We're acting like she doesn't do what she needs to do.
She knows the game. She knows the game.
What to do. It's Lopa.
She knows the game. Oh.
Duh. All right. Amrit and Brian meet for furniture shopping. And Brian, once again, with just my heart, he goes, all right, I'm looking for something classy. Maybe a bright red couch or some risque art. And they're like, what would you consider risque art? And he goes, I don't know, like some booty cheeks or something. I love it.
How can you not like him?
I love him. I love
my
him
God.
so much. They bring up Richie not proposing to Monica on the date. I am happy that they're having this conversation. I'm happy that they say like those cheating allegations have lingering effects, which is the closest they get to like saying it in scene like that. We kind of know that basically they're true. But then in his confessional, the producer asks Brian, has he cheated on Monica? He looks left and goes, I don't know.
Body language. It'll get you every time.
And they both know. They know so well. They go, you know that Monica is just making him check in constantly. Like he's in Vegas right now. And cut to Monica FaceTiming Richie. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, just at the gym. She goes, show me. And he has to flip that camera around and show that he's at the gym.
God.
So that's where they're at in their relationship. They know.
Who wants to... God, if it gets to that point in a relationship, do you want to get married?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Lord, it just...
When you're at this point, like slapping a ring on top of it. The problem though is when you've been fighting for it and fighting for it and fighting for it, it's like, it's hard to let go of that goal, especially when you're a perfectionist like Monica. You're like, I have to get it. I've been fighting for it this whole time. It's like you want it so bad.
You know
like,
what? It's just like the people that that'll sit there and like will fight with someone in a relationship and then will wind up pregnant, and it's like, oh, it's all right then, everything will work out, and it's like, I don't know why you think that adding literally the most stressful thing in human history to a relationship is going to help it out, but okay.
You know what I hate the most about that situation too is that then you have to stay like happy for them. Like you're forced to then be like, oh yay, like, then you have to have like a baby shower. And then like the baby
I'm not coming to your baby shower.
And then you gotta be like, yay, you have a baby. Like, babies are great in the beginning because they're cute and adorable. And like when you get to see like your cheating shitty boyfriend be like a dad. And you're like, oh, yay. Like,
exactly.
He's such a cute dad. And then he's like, I would do anything for my baby. And you're like, see, everything's fixed.
God.
But that doesn't last because then it's a whole human that you have to deal with. And like, it's not good.
It's all bad. I just lied. I'm absolutely going to the baby shower because I never turn down baby shower meatballs. Like, best shit in the world. I'm always gonna go get some baby shower meatballs on those toothpicks. Dear God, it's the best. A little rotel and just like 2 chicken wings on it. That is like the plate of the century. You're not gonna get better. There are 2 places where you get the best food: the strip club and a baby shower. So I will go to that baby shower actually, but I'm not bringing a gift. Okay, well.
That's not true. You bring a gift. You bring a gift.
Yeah, I bring
because they have like registers somewhere, and you can like buy. I mean, it's cheap. You're like,
I don't. You know what? I'm not getting you a gift. Like, I'm not helping buy your crib, but I'll give you a little gift card, like a Target gift card. That's all you're getting from me.
Yeah, they put like a thing in there, and you're like, I don't know, buy a thing that babies want.
The baby moon, something like that. Whatever they call those shits. I don't know
what they do.
Yeah, I'm not putting thought into my gift. There we go.
No.
Yeah, I'm here for the meatballs,
and that's it.
That's it. Fuck y'all.
So this week I have got more episodes to cover than ever because we have got Family Karma, Summer House, Jersey. I'm covering Vanderpump Rules Season 3 on the Patreon. I've got Vanderpump Rules Season 10, and I've got Miami. So I'm feeling a little stressed. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but I'm telling you, ever since I've been taking the Just Thrive probiotic with the Just Calm, my mood levels and my stress levels have been so improved. And that is because what I've learned is that when you can take care of your gut health, your overall mental health and physical health improves. The Just Thrive probiotic strain is unique in that it arrives in your gut alive, and that allows it to act like a personal gardener. It produces antioxidants right there in your gut, and it eliminates bad bacteria and replenishes it with good bacteria. So then it's functioning well. And when it's functioning well, it's helping you produce things like serotonin. I didn't even know serotonin was in your gut. Okay, I thought it was all in your brain. And if you've got kids and they don't want to take pills, you can open the capsules and sprinkle it in food and drinks and sneak it in there, because kids should absolutely be partaking in gut health as early as possible. And in terms of the Just Calm product, it is next level stress busting mood support. Not only am I able to respond better to stress, I am actually more focused, I'm clearer, I'm more alert, and I need that this week because I'm going to be busting out episodes and they need to be on time and ready for you guys. And the best thing about Just Thrive products is they have more clinical research than just about anyone else in the industry. They are all natural and they have a money back guarantee, so you got nothing to lose. If you are ready to up your wellness game and beat bloat, digestive issues, stress, and more, you can get 15% off a bottle of Just Thrive probiotic and a bottle of Just Calm with promo code SHESPEAKS at justthrivehealth.com. While you're there, you've got to check out their other research-based products for optimal gut and immune health. There's something for everyone, even a probiotic for your fur baby, all with a bottom of the bottle guarantee. Take control of your health this year with Just Thrive. There is nothing worse than going to a doctor's appointment that you've been waiting forever for because it took that long to get the appointment. And you expect to be the center of attention. You've got your list of questions. And then your doctor seems like they really have better things they could be doing and better places they could be. Instead of listening to you, asking how you feel, helping you along, the doctor is like, okay, you're fine. You're good. You're fine. It's probably nothing. Great. I've even had to tell someone what I think the symptoms are. And they went, I mean, could be. Could be. On ZocDoc, you'll find quality doctors who focus on you, listen to you, and prioritize your care. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. When you are not feeling your best and you're just trying to hold it together, finding great care shouldn't take up all your energy. That is where ZocDoc comes in. Using their free app that millions of users rely on, you can find the right doctor that meets your needs and fits your schedule. Book an appointment with a few taps in their app and start feeling better faster with ZocDoc. Go to ZocDoc.com/SheSpeaks and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/SheSpeaks. ZocDoc.com/SheSpeaks. Nicholas calls his Aunt Terry, and I love that he had an Aunt Terry.
Yes.
Thank God for Aunt Terry.
Mm-hmm.
With her gay, he's like, she would talk about how she had gay friends. And so knowing that she was an ally, he's like, but you don't know to use that word ally.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you just know that like, oh, cool, there's someone who had like gay friends. And then
He just knew he could be himself around her.
And she's going to walk him down the aisle.
Oh.
But his sister isn't going to be there at all.
I was going to, that's actually kind of weird extremes or dynamics when you think about it, because you have one family member, a sister of one of the parents, that's going to walk him down the aisle. So obviously,
right?
You know, the religious aspect of it didn't. Yeah, like that didn't translate. But then you have the parents that are willing to come but aren't going to be on camera. And then you have the sister that just outright says, no, against my religion, not doing it, and isn't coming at all. So it's like, ooh, y'all have got some like,
right?
There's some levels in that family. Like, wow.
Because she's a part of a small church and can't bear to see two men get married.
Not the small church.
Mm-hmm.
If only they knew what happened in those church basements.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Oh.
I just don't understand a religion that believes in some sort of savior that would hate the way someone was born.
Yeah.
I can't. It's so sad. So this is what he's up against. Like this, like the internal struggle he's had his whole life, really. And then now he's getting married. What did you do?
I you know how you pick
it like a hangnail?
And now it's like almost bleeding. Not you can like tell it's getting a little red. It's like
I almost did that too. I had to stop myself. I had to stop myself. I can bad at that.
Never stop myself.
Because once you start feeling it, you're like, hold on, I got to get it.
Yes,
I got to get that hangnail. So if
like
this
is half my finger
so
off.
if you are listening or watching right now and you are picking at it, stop.
Stop it now.
Because it's so easy to because you think you're going to get it and you're not going to make it bleed, but then it's going to bleed and then it's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt every time.
I know.
Every time.
But yeah, no, he's got a lot. He's combating a lot in his head. This poor guy. Like this is to not have your sister tell you, I'm not going because I can't bear to watch you marry the love of your life. That's really hard.
Right.
And so the fact that he's also going up against, you know, his partner's family is sacrificing all of these traditions because of him. He's got a lot. He needs to be in therapy. I hope he is. I don't know if he is or not, but this is a definite thing for a therapist to be unpacking.
They need to go to that lady that Vishal and
Richa went to. She's good. She's good. She needs to see kind of everyone in Bravo, really.
Yes. Let them all go. Especially those housewives in Miami. Most of them need to take a trip over there too. Good God.
Ooh, I want the Atlanta cast to go and do like a group session with her.
Yes.
That'd
because
be fun.
there's no good therapy in Atlanta.
No,
so, yeah.
they're so bad.
Yeah, they need to take a trip. Bravo will pay for it. It's okay.
Bravo would. Yeah, they would like it. Improv class. When I was still acting, I hated improv class. I'm so bad at improv. It's really hard for me to get out of because improv is like the only way to do improv really well is to trust your scene partner. And it's a yes and. So you go in and then whatever they do. So like if they're like, so did you like the show? You say, yes. And I also liked when we went to the movies after. And like my instinct when I get nervous is to be like, no. And then the scene's over. like,
Oh my God.
I did all the wrong things. So like watching them do like all this stuff was like, oh, I'm just getting so nervous watching this. But of course, Brian was having the time of his life. Like he would be the person you take. Easy. He's such a goofball.
Absolutely. There's no one else on this cast that I'd rather take. Are you kidding me?
You can't embarrass him. Like he doesn't get embarrassed at all.
We love him.
Yeah. But so then Brian and Monica talk after, and she is trying to act like she's like, I'm taking my control back. Life isn't happening like a fairy tale. Like, I know that Richie hasn't proposed yet, but you know what? Life's not happening that way for me, and it's okay because I'm a strong woman. That was her vibe.
Girl.
But how? What are you doing?
Because you were just crying, weren't you? I mean, if I'm watching the same episode, what did I miss? I mean, but okay.
Because you're going to improv class?
Right. Make the connection for me because I couldn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
So, no, honey.
No.
All right, now they're all packing for the weekend. Lavina is so sweet. I love how she always talks about how much Amrit loved weddings. And so she's like, when he first came out, I was so sad because I was like, oh no, he'll never have a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she is happy that he gets his wedding. But they're noting Nicholas is more stressed than Amrit. Which makes sense. I mean, I guess that they thought that Amrit would be the groomzilla because like he was like, I must have this wedding. Like I have to have it my way, but Nicholas is the one with the fucked up family,
right? Yeah.
But Lavina loves rainbows. Like she's like, look at my sandals. Like she has her rainbow sandals to match her. Any chance she gets to wear a rainbow, she does. Like it's like a through line throughout the entire season. She's like, I have a rainbow shirt. Did you see this rainbow mug I have? And then I also like, she loves rainbows. She is an ally.
It's like my cousin. There are two things that she loves more than anything. She loves purple and she loves pockets. So if you can give her anything that's purple with pockets, she's wearing it. Like she does not care at all. That's her outfit for the day. She's wearing it. She's going to wear it 1,000 more times. Like that is her jam. She is wearing it all day. What is it with girls and pockets? What is it about
like,
pockets?
We love pockets. We fucking like if you give us a dress and if a woman is wearing a dress and everyone's like, oh my God, I love your dress. If there are pockets in it, it's like, forget it. Everyone's like, where'd you buy it? It's like, I love your dress. It has pockets. What? Right. Why do we love pockets?
She would come out of the dressing room. She was we always would know. She was like, y'all are going to hate it, but I'm putting it on anyway. Be right back. And we're like, oh God, what is she about to put on? And she'll come out with something that's just like so flowing, has little pockets. And so she's like, isn't it the best? And we're all just like,
That sounds like me. It sounds like something I'm putting on. Everyone's like, Emily, wear something form fitted. I'm like, nope. I like it flowy with pockets. She sounds like we would get along great.
Right. And then what's crazy is she'll ask us our opinion, but she's not going to take it anyway. She's just like, I just want to show you. I'm buying it. And we're like, okay, well, what are we doing here? Let's go.
I wanted the company.
Right.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
All right, it's the day before the wedding. They are checking in. I like Bali's a day early because she just needed some space. She's like, I just want to.
Right.
I get that though. Like, I want my own space in the hotel room. Like, let me do my thing.
Oh, you know me. You know I'll do a staycation in a minute.
Oh,
like, don't
you
play.
Would. Yes.
Yes. Well, I would like see. The closest I would do, my family always laughs at me because like I'm the person that's like, they're all like, oh my God, I got my room on the 5th floor, you guys, so get yours on there too. They all go on the 5th floor. I'm like purposely on the 9th. I'm like, don't, like, do not knock on my door. You don't need to know what room I'm in. I will see y'all at breakfast and we'll go from there. Like, I don't need, no, we'll hang out in one of your rooms. Like, that's okay. And then like now they're in their connecting room era, so they're like, oh my God, you can pick on the app to have connecting rooms. I'm like, if you fucking pick a connecting room from me, I will have the worst time of my life. Do not put me in a connecting room with anyone.
I'm the same way. I need my space.
Yes.
Once I'm done socializing, we're done.
We're done. I need to turn my thermostat all the way down. I need to get all the way under the blanket. If the hotel provides a robe, I'm putting the robe on because it's there. Like, I don't need the robe, but I'm putting it on anyway because I want the robe. Like, I got things to do in there. Okay.
Very much separate now. We're done. I'm turned off. Like, I'm gonna watch whatever I want to watch, however I want to watch it. Don't talk to me.
Wait, before we go, this is so funny because we're going. I know we're going on our big cruise in May, and my cousin was at the hospital. Like she was showing her, like I think she was showing like her coworkers the cruise or whatever, and she was showing them like we're all like the area we're staying in. And she goes, and my one cousin Ken, he's way over there. I don't know why he picked this room over there. I was like, you knew I was going to pick my room over there. I don't know why you're bringing it up to people.
Oh, she's like that bitter.
Yes, he's all the way over there. They're like literally in a cluster on the boat, like right across the hall.
And you're like the only one that's over there.
Way down there.
That's amazing.
I'm like, nope, I'm good. Sorry.
That's perfect. See, doing you. I love it.
Exactly. I'm Bali.
All right. The parents are doing the meet and greet off camera.
Yes.
Amrit is nerved up. He's very nerved up. He's like throwing all these scenarios. What if our moms hate each other? The dads will be fine, right? But okay, what if they hate each other? What if like, why are you marrying this guy? Like he was panicked.
You know how we knew he was nervous too? Because he had already put on the shirt that he was going to wear, and he goes, okay, I'm going to go wash my face. Like, you're going to wash it now that you have the shirt on, like, and get it all wet and stuff? Like, okay, you're nervous.
That
it's okay.
stresses me out too. I'm like, how do you splash the water and not get on your face?
Right, it's got to be like the Neutrogena commercial. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly like the Neutrogena commercial. Bali and Anushka, her daughter, go to dinner, and I love that she's like, it's your first drink that you get to order at 21, and she's like, no, it's not. It's so Bali talks about getting kicked out, and it's really sweet. She's nervous, and I get this. She's nervous about moving in with O'Malley out of desperation. Yeah. Like she doesn't want it to feel like that, and she doesn't want him to be like, ew, like maybe I don't want you here, which you know he's not going to be like that. Right. You know he wants her ass in his house all the time because he thinks she is just the hottest fucking thing ever.
But and now she's hyped herself up. She's hyped herself up, so now it's going to be hard.
Yeah, so she's given herself this narrative that she's this like pathetic person that like needs to move in with him and doesn't have a home. But he's probably like, Fenya, fine. He probably has let it go. He's probably been like, fine, like I'll never get her. I'm not going to pressure her. He's like, that's probably it. He's like, I know better than to like keep asking. Right. But he can't wait. Like, who wouldn't want that? Like, he loves her so much.
Right. We love that for her.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, if it was another city, but still, you know.
Exactly.
That's the only thing.
We've gotten over it by now because, like, you forced us to, but fine.
Right. Whatever.
But now we get the very tense dinner, post-parent meetup.
Yes.
Lavina looks exhausted. Lavina has her face looks exhausted, like, right? Like, she just looks like she's not like fully there. She's just like really drained. And she says, like, Nicholas's face looks like he you could tell he was so freaked out during the parent. He's still like struggling with it. But she's like, you know, it doesn't even feel like there was a wedding happening tomorrow. I was so excited and now I'm just not. And he's like, really? Like, it's all bad. And so she goes, there's just a cultural difference, you know, with an Indian wedding where the parents are involved. You know, American weddings are just so small and simple. And then she brings it up again, the Gari. She brings it up again. And so someone asked why they weren't doing one. And then Nicholas snaps. And he's like, it seems so many things that the parents want. It's the child's wedding. And it's like, oh no, abort. Oh no.
Let me ask you, do you think he doesn't really want this? Because he keeps making it seem like it's all of y'all's traditions and none of mine. So like that's what he's kind of pushing. But do you honestly think it's that, or do you think it's because his parents wouldn't do that? They wouldn't do a Gari. So he's like, I don't want to do it because I want to save the faith. You know, like it's kind of that kind of thing. Do you think that's the real reason?
What do you mean? Say that again.
So like the way he's presenting it is like, it's you guys are like taking over so much of this wedding that I can't plan any of it. And that's why I'm upset. But I'm thinking like the real reason that he doesn't want to do this specific thing is because his parents absolutely won't be involved. It'll just be his parents. Yes. Like it's another thing that's showing like, Okay, well,
Yep.
you know, they're the supportive ones, yours aren't, and it's just another way to highlight it for everyone.
It's absolutely that. It's like he knows that because his parents aren't super cooperative and excited like they are, he can't give them all the traditions, just, you know, the gay version. And he's already feeling like he's a letdown for that reason. And so he's misdirecting his anger. And he's not able to communicate the way he should. He's not able to say, I'm having a really hard time with the fact that I can't make my parents happy by being a straight man. And I can't give you guys the wedding you would, because I would do everything you guys want to do if you wanted to do it. I would do the gari. I don't care. I would do that, but my parents clearly won't. So you constantly telling me that we can't do it is reminding me that my parents don't approve.
Yep.
And you keep reminding me.
Yep.
But I'm going to take it out on you because I don't know how to say to you, please stop bringing this up, because every time you bring it up, it hurts my feelings all over again. Because it's just reminding me one more time that my parents don't approve of me being gay. Okay?
Yep. That's what it is.
And then even Amrit does say in his confessional that his mom is the scapegoat. And he does realize, I mean, this is always obviously filmed later. He's like, by this point, he's able to say, I do recognize it's difficult for Nicholas not having his mom with him along the way. But Davina doesn't get it one more time. She's like, so-and-so and so-and-so asked, you know, why aren't we? They were upset that we're not doing Gari.
Boy.
So Nicholas is like, I am over this conversation. I am over it. This is our wedding. This is a gay fucking wedding. We are two men. We are getting married. Oof. And it's a panic. Yeah. And so, and unfortunately it is true that Suresh is paying for it. And so that's probably Amrit's big insecurity is that not giving his parents everything they want freaks him out because they're paying for it.
Yes.
So now we're colliding two insecurities because he's like, but my dad's paying for so much of this wedding and now we can't. So he's like, you're being so selfish right now.
He makes a snide comment too at some point. I think it was earlier in the episode when he was like, what are, they're paying for so much of it anyway. And so he said something like outright like that. And Nicholas was he just shakes his. It seems like he makes that comment a lot probably.
Exactly.
Which probably pisses him off too. So it's like, ugh.
Well, and I bet for Nicholas, he's like, well, I wouldn't have this big, huge wedding that costs so much if you didn't want it. So they're paying for it because they want it.
Right.
If it was up to me, we would have a much smaller wedding and a much less big a deal. So that's kind of where this is all going wrong. So they get up and they're taking off their mics and and Nicholas does say in the breakdown confessional, this is the breakdown confessional, he's like, I'm constantly being reminded that I'm not enough. And that's his issue. This is the issue, that's the core of the issue. So they're at the elevators and Amrit tells them that his parents, that they're at the rainwater room, and Nicholas is like, and me? And he's like, you could go to sleep, okay? Ooh. I'm telling my parents that our family is at rainwater. And haven't you just experienced this type of tension at a family family away trip where you're like, but we're on vacation, and so
everyone's just sipping their sweet tea,
and then when Amrit and Nicholas get in the elevator, you hear that tense talking, what are you doing? You're not supposed to act like that. We're here in the pink. Get out of it. Okay? Like that. It's so tense. It's horrible. Goodness. Horrible, because they're so escaping it we're getting fucking married tomorrow,
right.
But they go so back in the hotel room. Poor Lavina looks exhausted. Her face, she's like, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. But then when Amrit comes in, Suresh says something because Amrit's like, look, it's hard for him because his parents, they don't support, so it's kind of a lot. And Suresh goes, it isn't our fault that his family is unhappy. We are supporting him. We love him. If they don't, there's nothing we can do. I mean, it's true.
Bloop.
And so Amrit's like, we should have eloped, but I wanted to do this big wedding, and now here we are. So next week we get the wedding. I do like Raj is going to tell Richie, it'd be nice if you could stop making my daughter cry. Okay. I love when he has no fear. Raj has no fucking fear at all.
None at all. None at all.
But Nicholas is going to say to Lavina, and this is editing. I don't know. This is editing. This could be completely not what he's actually saying to her. So fuck them if this is just editing, because I don't like when they do that. He's like, you took a shit on everything that we have built over the years. And she's crying and saying, when have I ever made you feel not loved? And now I'm like, you need to back up, Nicholas.
Exactly.
Listen.
Don't fuck with Lavina, okay?
Because she's a queen.
Yes.
Because she's a precious angel, okay? She has done nothing but make you feel loved.
I know. Oh.
So we will see how that plays out, because again, they like to do that editing shit, but I was like, okay. You need to watch it.
I know. They've pissed me off with moving the time of Family Karma, because they're fucking with the ratings now, and it's like they're like doing it intentionally, and it's like, okay, y'all,
they don't give a shit.
No, they put no value in this. Like, if you're not gonna like treat it well on Bravo, hand it over to Peacock and let them do it right, because Peacock has proven that their track record is a little better than Bravo. I'm just saying. So
they really should just hand it to Peacock, honestly.
They should,
because it's I don't think it's appointment viewing. I think it's streaming. It's just like Miami. Like, we will tune in, but because I don't know when it's even coming. Like, I hope it's next Sunday.
Right.
Because I'm not even sure. So yeah, give it to Peacock. I like that idea. Do that.
Yeah.
That's
give it to them so we can
good
enjoy
idea.
it. Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. Fine. Anyway, well, thanks for listening, guys. Do you want to tell the people where they can find, follow, listen?
Of course. You can listen to my podcast, Reality and Comics 2, over on any platform you wish. Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart, all of the places. I am Reality and Comics 2 with Kendrick Tucker. Follow me on Instagram at Reality Comics 2. Come for the podcast. Stay for the memes.
Boom. All right, guys. Love you, mean it. Bye.
Bye.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, would you mind leaving me a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform you are listening? If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget there's the super thanks option down at the bottom, the little button with the $ and the heart. And also I'm on buymeacoffee.com/SheSpeaksBravo if you want to buy me a little coffee or 2 or 5. And my Patreon, that is where I'm covering all of the classic Bravo jams. If you want to follow me over there and subscribe, link is in the description. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok at She Speaks Bravo. And whoever the guest was for today, all their information is always in the episode description. So if you want to follow them and check them out, check there for the info. And any of the sponsor codes that I mentioned in this episode will also be in the description. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.